Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 5:30 News on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, I'm Kent Lutzen. It was a beautiful Thanksgiving day and that weather has carried over into the last few days. But is this weather expected to last through the weekend? Let's go to meteorologist Russ Thomas with our first forecast. Russ?
Thanks, Kent. Yeah, Thursday was a little rough, but once we get past that, again, a couple key shopping days. Friday, Saturday have been dry. Overall, very nice. I think we're going to squeeze out a pretty good Sunday for the most part, and then late in the evening we'll start to see showers move through. You can see a line of showers off to the south. We'll see a few of those, maybe a couple raindrops in valley locations, but all in all, not very much with that. As far as our temperatures go right now, a little cool in Missoula, 36, even cooler in Sealy, 31 degrees, mid-40s, warm in Phillipsburg and Missoula, those higher locations getting the temperatures that are a little bit warmer. We'll have your forecast coming up.
Thanks, Russ. Downtown Missoula was bustling earlier today as locals took part in Small Business Saturday. Hot cocoa and free bags were provided downtown for any and all shoppers who decided to keep their dollars local. This was the second year the Downtown Missoula Partnership marketed the day and hosted with the Shop Small headquarters set up in front of MSO Hub. Aside from promotional items, the headquarters had deals and lists of events happening in local stores all down the strip. Reported as one of the biggest days for local businesses, Small Business Saturday has been a national shopping holiday started as a counterpart to Black Friday and Cyber Monday, just to get people to remember to shop locally to strengthen the backbone of local economy.
It's creating that habit of shopping small and saying, this is how I'm going to spend my money because it's important to me to support my local community. So when our businesses are saying they're doubling their business year over year, that just goes to show what a great community we have and how much Missoula is behind our small businesses.
It is important to maintain those relationships and that support and that loyalty. It's a wonderful feeling to see everybody coming in here today.
Small Business Saturday will kick off the holiday shopping season with several other events like Parade of Lights and Festival of Trees in December. Business owners say shopping local is a great way to participate in the local economy and to give back to the community. And over in Great Falls, the C.M. Russell Museums invited shoppers into the museum and museum store for their deals as well. The store manager tells us that if it helps that during the holidays more people come into the museum, so those people will be more likely to check out the store. But with the sales, she says it will bring more shoppers in.
Being a nonprofit, it is super important for the museum to be engaged with the community. Charlie Russell and the museum were such a huge historical impact in the community, so it's good to see people actually responding to that and coming in and giving back to the community. Obviously, shopping local and keeping things in the community, it's just a lot more important in the growth of the community.
Tomorrow the museum is promoting Museum Store Sunday, so you can head on over there for more sales. A Missoula man is being charged for aggravated assault, violating order of protection, and partner or family member assault. 38-year-old Bryan Chamberlain is facing 3 counts in the Justice Court of State of Montana. On October 2nd, Chamberlain threatened to stab his girlfriend, and the following day he made similar threats and strangled her. He was arrested and placed in Missoula County Jail and appeared in Justice Court on Wednesday. Also tonight, a Lame Deer man is being held on a murder charge for a deadly beating on the Northern Cheyenne Indian Reservation in September. 23-year-old Derek Shoulderblade recently pleaded not guilty in the U.S. District Court in Billings to the charge of second-degree murder. Shoulderblade denies he beat 30-year-old Ozzie Lee Wilson to death at a home on the reservation. Wilson was hospitalized and placed on life support before he succumbed to his injuries. A motive for the assault is unclear, and Shoulderblade is in custody at the Yellowstone County Jail without bond. And this weekend marks the end of Montana's regular big game hunting season, and in this week's Outdoor Report, Winston Greeley tells us hunters bring home a lot of meat.
Some Montanans look at a deer or elk and envision food. This lean red meat is savored by hunters and friends for its flavor and nearly organic properties. And a new study shows that Montana produces a lot of venison.
I ran the numbers, and to my surprise, it amounts to about 10 million pounds of boneless, natural, organic, sustainably harvested wild meat.
Calling it the wild meat economy, Baumeister calculated Montana's wild game production by taking the average weight of meat produced per animal, multiplied by average harvest numbers. And Montana produces roughly 10 million pounds of venison per year.
So there are more and more hunters who are telling us, I'm primarily interested in getting a couple of roasts and some nice steaks and a little bit of burger, and I like to cook and I like to share my meals with family and friends.
This analysis also broke down which hunting districts in the state produce the most venison, with the darker areas producing more than 200 pounds of meat per square mile.
So around Bozeman or around Great Falls, they have elk, they have white-tailed deer, they have mule deer, and they have antelope. So when you talk about the economies, they have a very diverse meat economy.
Montana produces enough venison to feed every Montanan a 4-ounce portion of venison for more than a month. A shared experience that benefits the conservation of Montana's wildlife.
I mean, how is it possible that we live in this state with 1 million people and that we have this abundance of wildlife? Well, this didn't happen by accident. So how does the system work? And our hope is to bring these people who are interested in hunting for food into the fold.
I'm Winston Greeley, out among Montana's fish, wildlife, and parks.
Hunters will still have opportunities for meat during this week's elk shoulder seasons. And in national news today, the U.S. Navy identified 3 airmen still missing 3 days after a transport plane carrying them to an aircraft carrier went down in the Pacific Ocean. On Thursday, the Navy ended the search for 3 men now identified as Lieutenant Stephen Combs of Florida, Airman Matthew CHIALASTRI of Louisiana, and Airman Apprentice BRYAN GROSSO, also of Florida. Their families have all been notified. The twin propeller plane came down about 500 nautical miles southeast of Okinawa as it was bringing passengers and cargo from Japan to the aircraft carrier. The Navy said in a statement the cause wasn't unclear and the crash is still being investigated. Now, coming up after the break, it's something many of us drink and need to give us a kick of energy in the morning. But is the environment hurting this year's coffee crop? That story coming up.